rising. One of the new things I wanted to prioritize on my channel this season is making my channel feel more like art and look more like art. Even though what I put out is like okay and nice, I feel like there's always room to improve. Oh yeah, by the way, I cut my hair last night again. Here's the proof. Here's the proof. Anyway, I want my channel to feel like art and look like art, and what I've had on my channel so far has been okay, but a lot of it has just been pushing through content. Help me keep going, help me keep getting up, help me keep seeing the beauty in certain moments when I just can't see them. I'm having a moment of realization, like I am so ready now to continue to grow out of that and actually create things that I'm proud of, that I'm intentional about. From not really seeing success, not really seeing creativity, not really seeing people push through to get to a different version of life. And I always tell myself that I won't do that or be that way. So with that being said, I want more videos on my channel that align with things I love, like art, reading, writing, talking, spaces, vibes, feelings. I want to better my music that's on the channel, and just really put effort and create a feeling from when you're watching videos. And like I told y'all a couple videos ago, even though it'll be a week or two from when y'all see me, the moment I get up and pick up this camera and make any video, I've definitely grown a lot. I definitely learned a lot. And even in this video right now, I'm pushing out a new version of me to you. Even though I might look the same and like things like that, things have changed and they're going to continue to change. And yeah, like this season is really just about more life. More life. In today's video, I'm going to do a journal and book update. It's not a too crazy update, but it's nice, it's simple, it's calm, it's what I needed to feel back grounded. I just want to say I don't know major facts about these products or anything like that. I just know what I see, what I observe, and kind of like what I read about them on the packaging or inside the book. First we have this new handmade journal. This journal says that it was made in Italy, and they have some art right here, like some flowers right here, and I just placed this pen holder right here. I really want to get some pretty pens to match my journals and books, something that's really cute. But yeah, and then the inside is just brown pages with black lines. I love brown pages. I try to do, well, I am in one of my books, but I'm talking about for like the personal journal writing. I try to do like no lines, but it just does not work for me. So yes, this is my personal journal, and I've wrote in it quite a bit so far, but obviously we have a long way to go. One thing I love about personal journals is that you never know who you're going to be by the end of the journal. You never know who you're going to cut off, where you're going to move. You just don't know where you're going to be. And even though sometimes I fall off, even myself personally, with documenting everything and getting everything I can written down, because you know we have so many thoughts a day. But it is amazing what you do capture, and usually when you do write something down and you go back and look at it, you know who you were at that time, you know how you felt, you know where you wanted to be, and it's exciting to see, am I in the place, my alarm, am I in the place that I want to be in, that I wanted to be in at the beginning of this journal. And me, I'm just a go with the flow type of person. I don't write many goals down, but I am starting to write a little bit about goals, only because, like I said, I'm trying to be more creative and kind of know what I'm doing. So that comes with adding a little bit of structure and kind of having at least an idea about where you want to go into my new manifestation journal. This on the back says Flame Tree Notebooks, publishing.com. Okay, Flame Tree Notebooks. That reminds me of something I've been thinking about, the name. But yeah, so by the way, I got all these from Barnes & Noble except 2 of them. So I have more journals. They came 3 in a pack, but I haven't used these ones yet. I've started off with this one as my manifestation journal, even though I don't like using that word. But this is a journal about just really changing my mind, changing my mindset. Not changing my mindset, but embodying my mindset more. Let's take a peek and get an idea, because I'm still not really, like I said, used to it. So let's get an idea of what I wrote, so I can tell you kind of what this journal is actually going to be about. So, for example, something I wrote down is just a note or like a quote of motivation. It says, every version of me exists. I just have to step into her fully, trusting that no version of me has to be permanent, but it all can be experienced. My words have power. And what I mean by no version of me has to be permanent, but it all can be experienced is I am a person that's all about experiences. I'm not gonna lie, this past season of my life, I haven't really been doing anything, going anywhere, but I've been trying. That's what my last couple videos has been about. I've been trying to put myself in new rooms, and it's not to gather all these opportunities, like eventually it will be because of that, but it's just to put myself out there, get inspired, get creative, and actually just try to do things no matter the time, no matter the weather. Like I said, just doing things that I actually like doing, like going to jazz clubs and stuff like that, and actually being intentional about the city that I live in. You know what I mean? Because I do like the city that I live in. Would I like to go somewhere else for a while? Yes. But I do like the city that I live in. So you kind of got an idea of what I'm prepping this little journal to be. And I'm happy about this. This is my first time having like thin journals like this. It's kind of got some stitching on the side, but I'm happy about this. I think it's super cute. I think it aligns with me, the nature factor. This one kind of looks really similar to my old one, but it was just thicker. And then this one I really like. I really like this one. I can't even explain it, but I just like the design, everything about it. It's just nice. So yes, that's what this one is for. These two, I haven't really decided. Oh, I actually did decide on one of them. One of them I was taking book notes in. I don't know which one yet, but one of these I'm taking book notes in, and they're going to look very cute. My notes from my books are going to be cute, and I've decided that I wanted to take book notes from reading The Power of Now. And after that book, I'm like, ooh, I have to take book notes. Like, The Power of Now is one of the books that you go back through and check on some stuff. Okay? So yeah, that's what I have from my journals, and as y'all can see, they're all just really giving the same color, the same vibe. I mean, for journals, because this is the last journal, I have this little brown journal that I got off of Shein, and I started this journal when I didn't have my journals yet. And it looks like this. It comes with a key, but it doesn't come with a lock or anything, and it has this metal thing on the side with some crisscross right here. And I like that I get to wrap this around. It makes it feel very vintage, very old, and that's what I was going for. But yeah, so this is mine for right now. This journal I got off of Shein, and it is for my poetry. Yes, I've been trying to up my poetry game a little bit more, so I think I'm gonna try to write at least one poem a week. I always write little ones, but I want to write some good intentional ones, and not just put them in my notes on my phone. So I'm going to be using this one for that. This one's pretty self-explanatory. The pages are brown. They don't come with lines. The pages are brown. And for this, the vibe of this, it being a poem journal, I like it. I also would like this journal to help me write in cursive more. So that's my goals for this journal. For the last two things, they're going to be books. Books. So I have 2 new books, and let me give y'all a backstory on these books. This book I got from Barnes & Noble. This is by the same author that The Power of Now is by, and it's called New Earth. I've started to read it a little bit, and the introduction is really just talking about flowers, how humans are relatable to flowers. And let's just go see something that I underlined that's important. Okay, something that I circled to give you a little idea about what the book is talking about right now. Something that I circled is, it says, only by awakening can you know the true meaning of that word. And that really stood out to me, only because it's so true. Only by actually awakening and becoming actually intentional and actually self-aware and actually transforming your mind from the past version of you, that's the only time you can understand what the word awakening truly means, without feeling like, oh, somebody's just being dramatic or they're just saying it to sound spiritual. Like, no, when you truly awaken, you get the gist of the word. You get what it means. You get how it feels to be around people that's not awakening. So that definitely stood out to me. And another thing that stood out to me, with each person that awakens, the momentum in the collective consciousness grows. I don't know if I took it in right, but from how I took it, it just means that for every person that awakens in the world, together we grow as one union and one consciousness, because that's really all it is. And when we're all on the same page, the world can just be 10 times more of a greater place, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally. And that's what I took from it. So that's what I really like about this book so far already. We're already going to be talking about awakening, earth, and yeah, so I'm so excited about this book. This was about $18 from Barnes & Noble, and yeah, I love the author, I love the color, and yeah, awakening to your life's purpose. I cannot wait. I'm actually about to read some of this after the video, because a second book, I got this book a couple of vlogs ago from a thrift store. I don't know, I'm gonna try to put the vlog right here, but I got this book a couple vlogs ago from a thrift store, and it was about, I think it was about $1. I actually think it was $1. I don't remember it being any type of high price. And it says something more by Sarah Bean Brefnach. I don't know how to pronounce her name. It's like they're short stories from, I don't want to say people, but I know she quotes some people before she starts a chapter, and then it goes into whatever the title says. So for example, this says surprised by joy. Let me see if y'all can see. I don't know if y'all can see, but it says surprised by joy right here, and then it has a quote from somebody else, and then it goes into, you know, a writing about joy, however that person found that lesson, you know, things like that. And the quote says, the soul is here for its own joy, Rumi. And then I underlined it something when I read these. I'm just starting both of these books, and I said, it said, we are meant to work our way through the fears. That's our karma. Ooh. Wow. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of freaking sense, bro. We are meant to work our way through the fears. That's our karma. That makes so much sense right now, bro. Let's read a little something from this book. Regardless of how we choose to look at our fears, whether we have caused our own problems or are simply caught in the snares of others, whether we are blindsided by a sudden crisis or have been running from one for a long time, Slade reminds us that we only have 3 choices. Ignore it and hope it'll go away. It won't. Try to live with it, not forever. Look for the gift within our fear and benefit from it. When we do, we emerge on the other side of life, surprised by joy. Be joyful. The poet Weldon Berry encourages us because it is humanly possible. So right there, I kind of just read the end of this page. So like this is one page in itself, and then it goes into a different title and a different quote. But I just read the bottom of this page, and those are just facts. And it just says, be joyful, because it is humanly possible. And I feel like that's another thing I am working through when I am creating videos or just going about life, is constantly being joyful. And what joy means to me is peace. So every day, if I'm getting anxious, if I'm getting anything, I take deep breaths. I remind myself that I am peaceful, I am joyful, and I have everything that I need. And anything that seems like a problem to me right now is either something I can't control right now and just far away from me, so I don't need to focus on that in the moment, but I just need to focus on what I can do in this moment, and how I can find the beautiful things going on in this moment right now. Because wherever I'm at in my life, 9 times out of 10, I'm probably choosing to be there. And if I'm not choosing to be there, I'm probably not choosing to do anything different. So it's all on me, and that's what I try to tell myself, to keep going. And that may seem kind of harsh, but to me it's not that harsh, because it's true. Like, yes, I got in certain situations that I'm in because of my parents and what they didn't do for me and whatever, but I still get to choose to be here in this space, making this video and things like that. So yeah, I like books like this, and I like this book because it reminds me of art, and I like things simple. I love quotes. I love having a little backstory and then wrapping it up, but obviously still understanding what's actually going on. Books that I read are always about self-improvement or realness and things like that. All the books that I had for this video. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, because like I said, I am diving deeper, making my channel feel more like art, feeling like you have arrived somewhere when you arrive to this channel. And I just believe that whoever aligns with that vision, whoever aligns with books, journals, and so on and so on, will find my channel and be connected to it and be connected to me. And with that being said, if you do want to connect with me, in my description I have my social medias. I don't currently have social media on my phone, but my social medias are there for when I do stop by on social media. If you want to contact me, anything, talk, anything, it's down there. And also a little bit more things is down. Wraps up this video. Thank you for watching. See you guys tomorrow.